A DWRG review from Andrew Wixon for Earthshock. Shock Tactics, published on the 20th of the 5th, 22. In early 1982, the Cybermen were a legend to me. I'd seen photos in the DWM Monster Gallery, I'd read the novelization of 10th Planet, I was even pretty sure of the right way to pronounce their name, but they were part of the great shadowy magical bulk of old Doctor Who that had been made before I was born, and I never thought I'd really get to see. For reasons I won't go into, I only ever saw the second and fourth episodes of the stories in season 19, and when I got home the night Earthshock episode 1 concluded, my reaction to my father's usual summary of the night's story, which ended with, "And then some monsters came on, and your sister's pretty sure they were Cybermen," was a rather cynical one. But she was right, the Cybermen have returned in spectacular style. It's fair to say that if the big DW event of 1981 was Tom's departure, then 1982's biggie was the Cybermen coming back. Nowadays we all got used to everyone from the Chameleons to, oh god, the Nemon reappearing, but we owe this possibility for good or ill to Earthshock. With the exception of the Daleks, whose superstar status gave them a special place in the programme's mythos, it was the first time that a monster reappeared after a long gap, not written by their original creator. Without Earthshock, we'd have been much less likely to see the return of Omega in Arc of Infinity, or the Black Guardian, or the Solarians, or the proposed Auton revival. Over-reliance on continuity and general introspectiveness are usually declared to be the causes of Who's decline and fall in the 80s, and Earthshock usually gets tagged as being the thin end of the wedge. The near adulation it received on its first showing had turned into a backlash by the 90s, and I was all set to put the boot in myself when I sat down to review it. But here's the annoying thing, it's a damn good story taken on its own merits. Episode 1 is a near masterpiece of rising tension as the android stalk and kill Scott's troopers. Even the TARDIS soap serves a dramatic purpose given what happens to Adric at the end. Episode 2 flags a little but is pepped up by the change of scene and the flashbacks. The Battle of Wits in episode 3 is another superb piece of writing and direction. Things fall apart quite badly in episode 4, though why do the Cybermen leave so many of their own kind on the freighter to get vaporized? It looks like the ones who try to storm the bridge are revived by accident. Who wounds the Cybermen? Who shoots up the console? And the time travel plot device doesn't stand up to scrutiny. But Pyramids of Mars has equally big holes in it, and on first viewing you don't notice, so swept up you are in the story. And there's the ending, which stunned me at the time and had me in tears on the repeat showing that summer. Yes, back in 82 I liked the boy Adric, and even today his final episode is moving, if slightly contrived and melodramatic. I feel obliged to sling a couple of small bricks at the story, though there are signs of Eric Saward's limitations as a writer, even in his second story. The guest characters are all terribly gung-ho, their dialogue consisting mainly of snarled witticisms or thinly veiled threats. And the twist ending is basically the one off the Visitation, given a few tweaks here and there. Aliens revealed as cause of unexplained historical mystery. Yes, Earthshock did pave the way for some very lame imitations. Yes, the plot unravels quite badly near the end. Yes, Beryl Reid isn't terribly good or well cast. But for a story which some might justifiably call the beginning of the end for DW, Earthshock is much, much better than it has any right to be.